Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 344. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for stopping by each week. I feel you're my yarny friends. And those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for checking it out. If you like what you see, please click that little red subscribe button down below. And then if you click the bell-shaped icon next to it, that will let you know anytime I post a video, which is always on Saturdays and Wednesdays and whenever I find a good yarn sale to share. Now I am wearing currently, before I get started, I am wearing the sweater. This is the Panopia. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This was through Expression Fiber Arts. It is a paid for pattern. I showed it last week that I had finished it, so I am currently wearing it. I did, since I modeled it last week, tighten up the shoulders right in here a little bit because I didn't like my straps showing. I like the sweater, but I'm not crazy about it being in the linen. I've made other sweaters out of linen and I absolutely love them. They're very comfortable. But this one, some of the linen has little pieces almost of straw or something stiffer, or I guess it's something in the flax that didn't get beaten out. So there's like little sharp scratchy spots every so often I'm running into, and I can feel them. So it's not as comfortable as I would have liked it to be, but as you can see, you can't really see through it, which was one of my big worries. So it's mesh at the top. If you weren't familiar with it, if you didn't see it last week, it's mesh at the top, and then it becomes solid down lower below the yoke. And I was afraid this was going to be too see-through, but it isn't. And the sleeves are incorporated into it, and the sleeves come down a nice distance as well. So they are almost down to my elbow. This is kind of where I like my sleeves to land, because they cover the bat wings. So yeah, and it fits, I think, really, really well. So I need sleeves with spandex to hold the bat wings in. But anyway, yeah. So let's get started. First off, I have spent the week restocking things for the craft fair. If you missed it, Wednesday's video, I'll put a link right here, was Kim and I at our first craft fair of the season. And so that was August 19th. And our next one that we are doing together is going to be in October. So some of the things at the craft fair, and the link that I told you about that was up here, actually will kind of tell you what sold and what didn't and all that kind of thing. So that's what I'm working on, is restocking the things I sold out of. So my first finished objects, and they're not technically finished yet because I don't have little noses on them, but I'm waiting until I finish all of the little animals so I can do all the little noses at one time. I have 4 little mice, and let's see if I can, there you can see his little eyeballs. See if I get it to focus good. There you go. So I have 4 of them. So, and they have little tails, and they're going to get little pink noses and possibly little whiskers. Yeah, so we have those to be done. So I have that first. And then I've been making these kerchiefs. They're like for your hair. It is a simple virus shawl pattern, just done smaller. And they go like around your hair like this. My granddaughter, well, I gave her one. She was going to buy one at the craft fair, and no, she's not, because she's my granddaughter. So I gave her one, and then she was looking for a green one. She really liked that color too, so I made this. This one's going to her. So I have this green one. It's kind of a sage color, and then I have made an off-white or ecru color, and I have a blue one, and I have a navy blue. So those are the ones I've gotten done so far. I ordered some, this is done with like the yarn that you would use, or thread you would use for doilies. So I thought I have a big tub of it upstairs, but I don't have any black. So I have ordered some black, couple skeins of it to make that, because that sold, the black one I had sold. And I also have some white. I'll probably make some more of the blue and I'll probably make some more of the off-white and some white, because I figure that those are going to be popular colors, you know, for blue jeans and stuff like that. So I have those. Then while I was at the craft fair, I started, because I wanted something to work on while I was sitting there, I started a cowl, and this is all made in the V stitch. So you can see it there. And so I finished one, and I have a second one. So I'll put this on so you can kind of see what it looks like. So there it is. The yarn that I used, it is a mandala, it's Lion Brand Mandala watercolors. And this, oh, my hair's a mess now. This one, this color in particular at least, is, and I think the watercolor brand is completely gone now. I have several of it in different colors, but this one was called Quarry. It looks like it's gray and white and charcoals kind of color. Well, not white. It looks like it's grays and charcoals and kind of a black. But when you look at it in certain lights, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on the screen, it has green undertones to it. It's really pretty. You can especially see kind of the green a little bit in here. But like I said, greens don't show up really well on video, so I don't know how well it's going to show. But there is a faint green, like undertones to this. So I have these two. And this yarn, it was very nice to work with. Like I said, it is discontinued. I'm not sure why, because it's soft. It is a single ply, and it's very lightly twisted, so it kind of reminded me of roving yarn. It was I believe, a 5 weight. I think it was a 5 weight, if I remember rightly. But yes, I have 2 of those. And let's see, what else do I have? That's all I have that's finished objects. Now I will get into the works in progress. And one of the other little animals that I'm making is a hamster, because I had a total of 5 hamsters. I had 2 brown and 3 pink. I still have the 3 pink, but that's all the further I've gotten. I just got started on that. So there's my little hamster, and he's gonna have a little pink nose and a little mouth too. So I will put all the little pink noses and mouths on all at one time rather than stopping and starting. So they'll just, yes, they will get their noses attached later. And then we have the color work cowl. This is the only knitted project that I'm working on right now. And here is what it looks like so far. This is called Colors of the Wind cowl, and it was out of a book called Knitting Disney, something like that. But I just liked the leaves. I am modifying the pattern a little bit because I did away with the border to it. So you can see there's this type of a leaf, and then there is a maple leaf, and then the next color up reverses that. So there's that other leaf, and there is the maple leaf. Now the one thing I did realize when I did this is I should have put, for more contrast, I should have used the gold with the darker brown, and I should have used the red, it's kind of a rust color, with the lighter tan. I think they would have showed up better. So when I started this next round up here, that's exactly what I did. So you can see it's going to stand out a little bit better. So my colors, the background colors are rotating back and forth, and so then, but the leaf colors are going to go this rust color, and then gold, and then gold, and then the next section will again be the light, and that'll be the rust. So it'll be a 4-color repeat. At least that's the plan that I'm going with this. But yeah, so that is what it looks like. And just in case you want to see the mess on the back, which is what the stranding does, because you carry the yarn behind you, that's what it looks like. And you do have to make sure when you do this that you don't tighten these too tight right in here, or it's going to pucker the front of your work. That is what I am currently working on, are those 2 projects. So another project I'm going to be working on, because they did sell at the craft fair, I sold 2 of them, and that was virus shawls. They just seem, that pattern seems to routinely sell well. I think it's because it's lacy, it's light, but it still keeps you warm. So I sold 2 of them, and so I'm going to be making 3 more, and I'll show you the colors. I'm using shawl and a ball. This one I have no idea what the color is because the ball band fell off, but it is different shades of blue and like a denim. And then we have this one, which is charcoals, grays, and a white, and this is called Feng Shui Gray. So there it is, and I can sometimes get 2 shawls out of each of these. We'll see how far they go, but routinely I get about 2. And then this one I think is my favorite, and this one's called Peaceful Earth, but I just really like the colors in it. There you can see it. It has some golds and some deep, like a hunter green, and there's some brown in it. And then there's like an olive color green a little bit deeper in here. So it's really pretty. And I have a lady from church coming over tomorrow. She wants to learn how to make the virus shawl. And I told her, well, since I'm going to be making one, come on over and we'll make it together. So I'm going to be starting on this one since I've already opened up and apparently lost the ball band. So that's what I have been working on. What have you all been working on this week? Items shown on Show and Tell. It doesn't have to be something that you've just recently made. It could be your favorite crochet or knitted project or whatever craft that you've made. We'd love to see them, so you can send an email to me at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and send me pictures and a little bit about what you are sending me a picture of. Or you can send it over on Facebook at my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits, or you can message me over there as well at Katrina Knits and send me a picture. And like I said, make sure you tell us a little bit about the pattern so we know what we're looking at, and that way we can drool our way through it and make some of our own if we enjoy what we've seen. So I also want to say thank you to those that regularly send me pictures. I do appreciate that, and we all enjoy seeing them. So Wednesday's video, you all asked for it, so I'm going to do it. You will see the tub of shame. Some of you have seen the tub of shame before. I don't think there's anything new in there. I think I've unraveled things. I'm looking around on the floor here because I've got piles of yarn over here from the craft fair. So I think I've unraveled everything, including that black and white color work sweater you saw a couple weeks ago. But yes, we will be checking out the tub of shame and seeing what is in there, and I might finally get up enough nerve to rip out some or cut up some or do something to some of the things that have been living there for for quite a while. They've taken up residence up in the tub of shame. So that will be Wednesday's video. Now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section, Leisure Arts has a sale right now on their amigurumi kits, and they're larger. They're not like little teeny amigurumi. It looks like they're a little bit bigger kits. And when I looked over there, I think I saw some of them starting around $8.99, and that was like for the whole kit, which would be the yarn and everything, to make a little stuffed animal. So that's not too bad for that size of a little animal. So that is Leisure Arts. Lion Brand is running a pretty good sale. It is up to 50% off. Now, it's on almost all of their yarn. The exclusions are the Silk City, they're more luxury yarns, Silk City and their AR Workshop yarns, but their clearance is also excluded from the sale. I did go over and take a look, so there's a lot of things that are 30% off, but I did see some yarns that were 50% off. So all of the links to the sales are down below in the description box. Just click that button that says more or show more, click that and it will open up. It's all alphabetical. So that was Lion Brand up to 50% off. Lovecrafts, at least the US one, I didn't check the UK website, but the US website has up to 75% off in their clearance section. So that is Lovecrafts. And then Knit Picks is running 40% off of their select tools. Now I went online to check out what are their select tools. Now here's the funny thing. It does include crochet hooks. Knitting needles it does not include. I don't know why one is considered a tool and one is not, except that I do know that Knit Picks carries their very own brands of knitting needles, so maybe that's why it's not included in the sale. But it does include some hooks. It does include safety eyes if you make the little stuffed animals, you know, with the little eyeballs. It does include some of the safety eyes. It includes stitch markers, gauges, cable hooks, you know, for doing cable sweaters, things like that, stitch holders. It includes all of those things, just not knitting needles. So anyway, that is Knit Picks. So those are the sales that I am aware of for now. Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It does help in the algorithm to make that video more out there for everybody. So if you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and share it to other social media. I appreciate it. So that is it for this week. I will see you again on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.